Exchange-traded funds backed by Bitcoin futures contracts traded in the US largely retained their trading volumes last week, despite a slump in the Bitcoin price over the course of January. According to exchange data, the ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF, the first Bitcoin ETF to go live in the US in October last year, saw trading volumes of 40.83 meters shares during the week from February 7 to 11. The trading volume marks an increase from the week before when 31.53 meters shares were traded, and it's roughly in line with the average weekly trading volume of 38.98 meters shares since the ETF launched. Even more surprising, perhaps, is that trading volumes in the second Bitcoin ETF to launch, the Valkyrie Bitcoin Strategy ETF, BTF, have increased significantly since last year, despite Bitcoin's price slump. During the week from February 7 to 11/7, 54 meters shares of BTF were traded, its highest level ever, exchange data shows. Notably, the ETF saw a major uptick in trading volume around the end of last year, with the higher average volume still remaining to this date. Compared with last year's average weekly trading volume of 2.52 meters shares, the volume in BTF has more than doubled this year to an average weekly volume of 5.3 meters shares. The launch of BTF was largely overshadowed by the successful first launch of BITO, with the second Bitcoin ETF to this day remaining a far cry behind BITO in terms of volume. Lastly, the third US-listed Bitcoin ETF, the VanEck Bitcoin Strategy ETF, has also seen a remarkable strength in terms of volume since the Bitcoin price peaked in November last year. Although the all-time high in the weekly volume of 0.34 meters shares for this ETF followed shortly after the price peaked, trading volume was back close to the same level as recently as in January, with 0.25 meters shares traded in the week from January 17 to 31, exchange data shows. Between January 1 and 31, Bitcoin's price dropped by about 17% from around United States dollars 46,200 at the beginning of the month to 38,400 at the end of the month. The notable strength in the trading volumes of ETFs backed by Bitcoin was highlighted on Twitter last week by Bloomberg senior ETF analyst Eric Balchunas, who said that the ETFs have retained their trading volume and much of their investor base. This has happened despite a brutal 50% drawdown in the spot market, Balchunas said, calling it a great sign for staying power and growth potential.